joining us today on the Man Blitz. I'd just like to take a moment to remind you to follow us on Twitter at Man Blitz. Visit us at www.freemanblitz.com. You can listen to us on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker. And don't forget to view us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks, guys.
Hey, guys. Welcome into another episode of the Man Blitz College Edition. As always, I'm joined by Queasy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Andrew.
What's going on, guys?
He's obviously not on video if you guys are watching. He's just a little picture that's talking somehow. And me, Jeremy. So we've got a lot of good things, a lot of good topics to go over before we get started on it. Let's go ahead and get a little sip going.
Ooh, I heard the cork.
It's corking. It's corking awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and ask the question here so we don't have any downtime.
Yeah.
And then I'll get to my drinking as y'all are answering.
Gotcha.
All right, Andrew, I'm going to start with you, bud.
Yeah, let's go.
So, as you well know, South Carolina has parted ways with Will Muschamp. I know we had talked about it a lot prior to it happening, so it finally did actually go down. So the question is where is he going to end up, and who is South Carolina going to name as their head coach going forward? And I'm not talking about Bobo being the interim. I'm talking about 2021 and on.
Well, honestly, bringing Bobo in as a coordinator seemed like a big hire to me. That was a big pull because he's been a head coach elsewhere. So it wouldn't surprise me one bit to see him try to turn this program around by the end of this season and possibly actually take over that.
Very interesting point.
I cut out there for a second, but
yes, you did. You cut out for a good minute. I thought it was me.
Oh, sorry, bro.
That's
but
okay.
to see him take over that program like Orgeron did at LSU. I'm not saying the results will be similar at all, but I'm hearing talk of Muschamp. Of course, he's probably not going to get a head coaching job anywhere. He'll probably end up being a DC since that's his specialty. I've heard a rumor of him heading to Tennessee. I've heard some speculation from Georgia fans that he might be heading our way, but I don't think he won't see another field this season. I'll say.
Yeah, poor Andrew. He's just cutting in and out.
Yeah. And he's out.
He's out. Those are such good points, Andrew. If
Yes.
you guys didn't catch that last point, it was the greatest thing ever. Hit rewind and listen to that one.
It's called Pay Your Bills.
Real talk. Andrew, can you hear us, dude?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Andrew's going to have to keep all his stuff real short and sweet.
Yes.
Looks like you got about a minute and a half, maybe, window. All right. Anyway, let's just move on. Muschamp. Bleh. Okay. Queasy.
Yes, sir.
We'll move on to you, Queasy. I gave you a nice, real easy question.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a report has come out that LSU has ignored sexual assault complaints against several football players, including Darius Geis and 9 others, at least 9 others, since Ed Orgeron took over as the interim head coach.
Yes.
Does this surprise you, and what is going to happen to LSU and Coach Orgeron?
I don't want to say it surprises me, but it's horrible to hear. And I mean horrible in the almost the worst kind of way. You don't want to hear any of these young kids doing any sexual assaults against a woman. LSU is a great school, but still, I hate that they ignore these things. And Darius Geis, you say, was like the big name that was mentioned.
He's one of the biggest ones, yeah.
Exactly. And Darius Geis has been in the NFL for a little minute now.
Mm-hmm.
And he just got released from the Washington team
earlier in the year, yeah,
because of assault on a woman. So I guess the point I'm kind of getting at is sometimes if you let these guys get away with these things, they tend to act as if it's normal or if it's okay because of their status in college and in the pros. And that if I do this, I can kind of get away with this. I'm somehow above this woman, And I unfortunately hear a lot about this with the NFL players, with a lot of athletes, period.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt. And you have to think that if they had risen up and done what they should have done, assuming that the allegations are legit,
Exactly.
if they had done something, then they possibly could have prevented all of the assaults and all of any other thing that he particularly has done, or any of the other guys. So,
Yes.
and these are just the ones being reported, and it's probably, in all honesty, it's probably happening in a lot of places, and a lot of it gets swept under the rug, and we see it every so often. It rears its ugly head, and it's really bad. And there's usually lawsuits associated with it.
Exactly.
So,
and it's bad to hear again. It's not just one player. It's not even two players. These are numerous players that the situation is going. And sometimes schools, a lot of colleges, let a lot of things slide because they want to keep those players on the field and keep those players win games or whatever it is. But morally, you can't do that, and that's just crazy. Money, definitely.
Money, man. Yeah, it's all that money. They're getting all that revenue, man.
Yeah,
and I mean, you see.
I heard a voice from afar. Andrew, man, you pop in when you're ready.
You see a lot of these programs trying to make championship runs, and they do sweep a lot of stuff like this under the rug. And I think more of the stuff's going to start coming to light, and it's going to be realized that this kind of stuff just isn't acceptable and is not going to fly anymore.
Yeah, that sounds good, but unfortunately, I don't think so. And I say that only because I've been on this earth a while, and I've seen this happen numerous times over and over again. And not again, I don't want to take away any credibility from anyone, but unfortunately, I've heard it on both sides, in which I've heard women lie.
It's true.
On these guys, certain guys. But again, I don't want any man to be comfortable with disrespecting a woman in any kind of way. So and they're not getting this at home. They definitely should be getting this from their coaches.
And me and you, well, we've all talked about it a ton. Especially these guys, they're in a very weird position to where they're not normal college students.
Exactly.
They're way more, they're targeted almost in a sense. So they either are doing those things or they're putting themselves in position to have allegations thrown their way, which can just absolutely ruin their careers. And there's several of these examples, but I will throw out AJ Johnson, because I'm a Tennessee fan, who was a star linebacker, one of the better linebackers I've seen in a long time. And, he got sexual assault allegations, and, he got kicked off the team. Several years later, it got thrown out of court. It was completely untrue through the court's eyes. And then he was so talented, he was able to battle his way onto a roster, and now he starts for the Broncos. I mean, but most of the time that's not what happens. It's just their careers are ruined. But it's really terrible. I hope nothing happens. There has been instances where stuff has happened like this, and just it's a big, black mark on their record as a university. Take a look at Penn State several years ago. You remember those allegations that popped out with Joe Pa, and I mean, it just shook the college world. I mean,
they set him back for a while.
Yeah, a long.
I mean, look at everything that went on with AB last year.
Oh, AB,
exactly.
This guy.
Yeah, I mean, and half of that is because he had a countersuit against a young lady. If I'm correct, at least one of them. So it seems as if there's truth and lies all mixed within that, But sometimes these guys got to be smarter to not bring certain things to themselves.
Yeah.
And with go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a ton of programs. There's a ton of programs they put in place to warn all the kids and tell them how that they should behave and to look out for all this stuff. And it still happens. And we've talked about it, and it's easy to say for us. But if I'm looking like I have an NFL career at all, man, I'm not going to none of these parties. I'm not messing around with none of these ladies.
Yeah.
I'm just going to worry about football.
And with saying that, let me transition into this.
Yeah.
We've had this situation with James Winston. And again, I don't want to dog his name, but James Winston was almost guaranteed to be like a number one pick. And this when he's in college.
Yeah.
And you're still doing these crazy things. If I'm a relative of his, I am tying him to a chair. I'm do not leave your dorm room, bro. Yeah. You are about to make millions of dollars in months. Why are you doing these crazy things, bro?
We
Yeah.
know guys like that are just, you can't tell them anything. They
Yeah,
know better. That won't happen to them. That ain't gonna happen to
exactly,
them.
exactly. And so that's where the
So
power of that, of my status, of my, my talents, I can kind of get in and out of anything.
yeah, that ego's real big.
Exactly.
And I mean, a lot of it has to do with how you raise your damn kids.
Oh,
That's
1,000%. That's where it always
yeah,
starts.
yeah, no doubt,
1,000%.
big time,
You know.
big time. If you're grounded and you're
But I
raised
mean,
right, you probably don't do those kinds of things, no matter what.
Yeah.
we're getting real deep here, so we
We
need
are.
to keep
Yeah,
moving.
we'll move on.
Mhm.
That's a good one. All right, so Andrew, now that we've got you maybe around for a minute, let's
God,
take
I
a
hope
stroll
so.
over to the Big 12. Let's talk about an upcoming matchup between number 18 Oklahoma against number 14 Oklahoma State. Break that game down for us. Tell us who's going to win.
Well, this game is known as Bedlam, and that's for a reason. But 8 out of the last 10 have been won by Oklahoma. So I'm going to stick with history here, and I'm going to actually give this game to Oklahoma. Though Oklahoma State has looked really good,
Mhm.
their offense is a little run and gun. They're pretty balanced. They really like to use Chuba Hubbard, who is a freaking beast. But it looks like Oklahoma is finally coming out of their slump that they had at the start of this season, and they finally started clicking. And I just don't think Oklahoma State's going to have what it takes to stop them.
Interesting.
The
Man, I'm going to
Oklahoma
take.
D-line.
Yeah,
Oklahoma D-line is going to they're going to cause problems for the run game for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it could definitely go that way. So you're calling Oklahoma to win?
Absolutely.
I'm going to take Okie State. Mike Gundy. He's
Shot
a man. Hey, he's a man.
I like Gundy. I
He's
do like
40.
Gundy.
He's older than that now.
Shot bet.
I might as well. We ain't done a shot bet in a while.
No, we have not. Shot bet.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're going to have the power to keep up.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, we'll see. What do you think, Quizzy? Who's going to win?
I like Oklahoma State. They've been kind of strong since the beginning of their season, let me say. So I kind of like them. And as you said, Oklahoma did stumble coming out the gates, and they are gaining momentum now. But I think I'm still going to go with Oklahoma State. Change the tide. This is 2020. Got to pick something different.
Yeah, baby. Go Cowboys.
Oklahoma State is like the equivalent to the Tennessee Titans to me. Like they win close games. It's not always pretty, but they get by. But I don't think that's going to be enough to take down Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma just don't look good this year.
They look better right now than they did starting the season for sure.
Even Spencer Rattler, like all the praise and hype he got, I don't see it. We'll move on, and I can't wait to watch that game. There's a couple of good games on this week, and that's definitely one of them that will be worth watching. Yeah. It might be a blowout. I don't know who's going to win, so we'll see. Anyway, Queasy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about one of your favorite teams, the number 3 team in the nation, Ohio State.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Ohio State's playing number 9 Indiana.
Yeah. Should be a good game. Both teams are undefeated. Both have been playing really strong this year. Definitely Ohio State. But Tom Allen, he's got Indiana playing real strong. They done defeated Penn State this year already. Of course, they blew out Michigan. It's one of the few times they've been ranked. Indiana's not usually ranked in the Big Ten. Their quarterback's been playing pretty good, pretty strong. Michael Penix Jr. He's been improving every game and getting stronger. And I think if he can try, he's gonna try to get it downfield on Ohio State. But Ohio State's another level. There's only like 3 teams on this level, and Ohio State and Clemson are definitely 2 of them, if you want to say. And Alabama, of course. That's the 3. They got the Heisman contender, Justin Fields, was already going to set you behind. Their offense is going to be too high power for Indiana, so I can definitely see them overpowering them. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think it'll be an exciting game, but I definitely think Ohio State was going to pull it out at the end.
Throw us a score. Throw us a score prediction, because I'm gonna throw one out too. Because I think personally, I think Ohio State blows them out. I don't want that by any stretch. I want Indiana to win. I'd love it. I'd love to see Indiana win. Penix was a guy that was supposed to come to Tennessee, and they said, no, we don't want you here.
What?
Yeah, I swear. I swear.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I like Justin Fields a lot, so I'm gonna say 38-21 Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm going even higher, like 42-28.
That's about the tune I was having at 42. I'll say 42-24. So, like that.
The price is right. $1.
That's what I had in my head, so I'm not going to change it. All right. Just for both of you guys.
Yeah.
6 games out of the top 25 were postponed this past weekend. 4 of those games being SEC games, and 2 have already been canceled from the last time I've looked, which was Ole Miss and Texas A&M and Georgia Tech and Miami. Are some of these teams in danger of not being able to finish their season?
I think they're going to find ways to finish their season, but they've got to get smarter and definitely stay disciplined. And I need more schools, more people, more businesses, whatever, to take this serious, so that way we can move forward.
COVID seems to be spiking with the winter, but I'm going to go out on a limb here with Queasy and say that we're already this far in, and I don't see them not finishing the season.
Yeah,
maybe individual programs who are having serious issues might opt out the rest of the season. But as far as conferences go, I think we're going to see it through.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll see it through, but there's a lot of these teams, Texas A&M being one of those teams, that they have a real legit shot, or they did an outside shot maybe going to the playoffs, but this is 2 weeks in a row that they've had to postpone games, and there's not like a ton of weeks after the SEC championship game for you to play any game. So I don't know how they're going to make some of these up.
Yeah, that's why they got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined with this, and have some kind of plan in place.
No doubt. I think it's really amazing, honestly, that you look at the college world, and of course it's universities, kids are going to school and they're going around a lot of people. So I get the difference, but the differences between the college football and NFL, yeah, like you'll see some players, individuals, and some stuff and some facilities closing down, but the games are going, the pro game's going strong, and college is having to postpone games over here. So, anyway. All right, let's go to our last couple segments here for Go For It or Punt.
Yes.
So I'll throw these out, and Queasy, you go first.
Gotcha.
Number 10, Wisconsin against number 19, Northwestern. Big 10.
Another crazy game. Both teams are undefeated, and I'm going to go for it. Let me say that. Both teams are undefeated. I do think Wisconsin's stronger, so I think they will pull it out. But it's kind of crazy to see 4 teams in the Big Ten undefeated.
No doubt.
And Michigan's not one of them out there.
It's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. All our teams are kind of crappy now. Andrew, what do you got? You going to go for it, or are you going to punt?
I will punt this one, my friend.
Oh, he's going to punt it away. I'm going to go for it and just say that I think Northwestern's overrated. I think it is what it is, and I think Wisconsin's going to pretty much just run ram shot through them. So I think they'll win by double digits.
But these 2 games will kind of like shape the title game for the Big Ten.
No doubt. And I'll root hardcore for Ohio State to lose. I'm just saying.
Definitely.
Just saying. All right. Here's one of the little questions I wanted to throw in there. So go for it or punt, guys. And I hear it every year, and somebody brought it up to me this week, and I kind of laughed about it and told them to go on. The NCAA football game, is it gonna return? Because that's what I'm hearing, is it's gonna return.
A quick go for it. Is it gonna return? Only way it can return, I think, is if they pay these guys, pay these kids, which I don't think they will. So it was a great game when it was out back in the day. I remember playing that. I remember playing the basketball college. It was definitely fun and very popular, but they need to figure out some kind of way to pay these kids.
Andrew, go for it or punt, bud.
Ever the optimist, I'm going for it. We will have it back. I'm going to say that legislation will be present so that we're actually able to do something like this and pull it off. But man, I can't wait.
I'm going to go for it. I've been hoping, and the person that asked me, I laughed at him and told him to go on. And then I went into it and told him that I hear it every year. It's coming back. Hey, it's coming back. And until I see it, I'm not going to believe it, for one.
Yeah.
For two, yeah, they're going to have to throw some kind of money at these kids. And it'd have to be something like either, hey, sign a waiver if you want to be on it. And if not, then we're going to completely render your position, if you're a starter, as something different. So it's not any likeness rights. And then after that, or like, hey, we've got whatever, $500,000 that we'll split between all of you. And they're all going to get like what? $40. I'm not a mathematician.
I can't figure out a way. I don't know, man. But
I don't
I just hate them being used like that.
Yeah, but how cool was it to have it, play?
Oh,
but
man.
I get it. I mean, I got the lawsuits and stuff, but man,
yeah, I love the game.
it was so fun.
Yeah, it was.
I love it. All right, players are opting out to the NFL draft. Are you in favor of this? These are players currently, so like in midseason. So just recently, the Louisville running back Javion Hawkins has done this, and I wanted to throw it out to you guys and see what you thought. Once their seasons are kind of done, their individual players are opting out and saying, I'm going to get ready for the draft.
Yeah.
F the team, basically.
That's one of those tough ones, man. That's one of those tough ones where you want to make sure you save yourself and get to the NFL, but you also want to support your team because that team's been there for you and coaches have been there for you. And those are the people that got you to where you are right now.
Yeah.
But if you get hurt, pop goes the weasel.
That's true. You always got that chance.
Yeah.
Andrew, what you think, bro?
Well, I'm a team player. I'm a team guy. But in this year, I feel like you pretty much get a free pass for anything. So, there's nothing really you can say. They can give you whatever reason they want. They can blame COVID, whatnot. But, what can you say?
Yeah, I would tend to knock the kid at least a little bit. If you've made the commitment, because you had the option to do it before the season started. So if you're going to start the season and then you decide midway, if your team's not doing well, you don't have a chance for a championship, whatever it is, that you now want to try to, go individual and worry about your future. It's kind of like, I don't like it. It's not a team concept. It's a me concept. And, and these scouts for NFL, they do look at those kinds of things. If you're going down to 3 players.
Mm-hmm.
It will affect their draft stock.
Yeah, so. But it's a complete weird thing because I've seen guys in the championship games or in the bowl games have a horrible game.
That's true.
And then they bring that up like, oh, maybe he's not ready for the big lights, or he's not ready for this, or not ready for that, or he had a horrible game. But it could have been one of them days.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're under a ton of scrutiny. Basically, every move that they make, if they're looking to go to the NFL, it's going to be scrutinized no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure it's the right one,
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, it's kind of ended on a sour note. I don't know if you guys saw this. We were talking about Indiana. Indiana linebacker Thomas Allen's out for the season with a leg injury. It kind of got some national news because he's the son of the coach. And apparently it's a pretty bad injury. Did you guys see it, and what do you think?
I didn't see it, man, but I definitely hope all is well for him.
Yeah, no doubt. Andrew, what you got, bud? You got anything on it? We might have lost Andrew.
But no, was it a leg injury or something like that?
Yeah, apparently it was pretty bad. I actually didn't see it. I just read about it, and I was looking at news to throw anything that we could for the go for it or punt, and I saw it there and thought, if we had the time, we'll talk about it.
Unfortunately, that young man, I think he's played for Georgia or Alabama, a wide receiver. He caught a touchdown and
that freshman. I think he's a freshman wideout. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He was a freshman. Yep.
Rolled his ankle up.
Yeah, I hate to see that, man.
Yeah, injuries.
Karis Jackson, or not? I'm sorry, not Karis Jackson. Marcus Rosemy Jackson. Yeah.
I think so.
Did you see the Thomas Allen leg injury? The Indiana guy.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, apparently it got some pretty big news because it's the coach's son. It was kind of a good story, that he's a starting linebacker and got hurt. Anyway. You guys got anything that you want to throw out there about the college world or anything?
No, I can't think of anything, but it's starting to get dicey and it's starting to get to the end. So, things are going to start shaping up and shaping out.
No doubt. I think I saw where they finally did They're talking about the college football playoff rankings dropping out. So, or dropping, rather. I've got nothing else for you guys other than go Big Orange. Make sure you guys go and subscribe, hit the like button, leave us some comments, some questions. If you guys want us to cover any specific topic on the next week, we will do so. But as always, go for 3.
Go for 3.
Go for 3.
Yeah.